predicting a big leap forward in relations with China following Saturday's meeting with President Xi Jinping in Buenos Aires. The president announced a 90-day hold on future tariffs following his dinner with the Chinese president. And this morning, he took it a step further, took it to Twitter, writing, quote, "My meeting in Argentina with President Xi of China was an extraordinary one. Relations with China have taken a big leap forward. Very good things will happen. We are dealing from great strength, but China likewise has much to gain if and when a deal is completed. Level the field." It is important to note that nothing has been finalized yet. So can the president put the trade war behind him? And who stands to benefit the most if he gives peace a chance? Let me go to tonight's panel. From National Taxpayers Union, where she's a senior fellow, and Center for a Free Economy board member, Mattie Duppler is here, along with Campus Reform Editor-in-Chief Lawrence Jones, and former New York Congresswoman and Independent Women's Forum Fellow, Nan Hayworth. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Kennedy.
So let's dive into this because the markets really like this, Mattie. And we have seen, yes, a positive upswing. We had a few days of delirium and depression with the markets. What is it about this conversation that sets them up, and is it sustainable?
Well, we've seen last few months of a little bit of depression in the markets, both because of the Fed, but also because of the coming trade war. The fact being that on January 1, we had a significant deadline closing in. That was Chinese tariffs that had gone into effect at 10%. We're going to skyrocket up to 25%. What we know as a result of what happened this weekend is that no longer will happen, but we don't know much else. Now, I will say this is the best possible outcome of this weekend. I thought certainly, beginning of the week, President Trump was talking about, well, yeah, of course those tariffs are going to go up. And not only that, the rest of the goods that we're importing from China, they don't have any tariffs on them. We're going to stick them with some duties too. I thought that was him maneuvering in order to create more space so that he could still increase those tariffs. I'm certainly happy to see that we're backing away from that. But now the question is, what do we do in the next 90 days to effectuate any kind of change? There will continue to be pressure on the market when we get closer to that 90-day deadline. So basically, we've just delayed a little bit of that pain for now.
But this is the teaser rate.
Right.
This is when you find that, oh man, I can go to the gym for $5 a month, or it's going to go up to 35 if I don't sign up now.
Exactly.
So that's happening.
A big question.
Yeah, these tariffs are at 10%. They could go to 25% after 90 days. China is talking about limiting tariffs entirely on automotive exports from the U.S.
There's no confirmation from China on that.
We've seen a lot
from the United States, maybe not.
So that could benefit manufacturing here, but also some of the farm tariffs being 86 and U.S. farmers being able to have greater access.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem. Larry Kudlow was asked about this, and what he said was that they have understanding. Well, when he was pressed on what that understanding was, he said, well, there's no agreement. And so right now it leaves us all here, which we get paid just to speculate on what is to come. But again, do we want to get hit now or do we want to get hit later? And I think that's the big question.
No, I think there will be consumers in both countries who will very much like not having to pay as much for the stuff that they want. How much is this a credit to the president's toughness?
Well, the president is taking on issues that have been not effectively dealt with for years, if not decades, including the very significant issue, which everybody agrees on, of Chinese technology theft. So he has decided to use a mechanism that many of us who are free market folks dislike or disdain, which is
they didn't
tariffs.
Discuss that in that
and that's Kudlow has actually Steve Mnuchin has addressed that, but we haven't heard enough about the IP theft.
Right. But that indeed has entered the conversation as well. Lighthizer has just been named as, and we know he's a hardliner, and he has been pro-tariff. Tariffs will be accepted if the president gets a success. And what has he done that has been really, really great for us in terms of negotiating position? Deregulate and cut our taxes and grow our economy.
All right, very good. We have much more with the panel, as always, because tonight it is a great one. Coming up, however, did President Trump just say we're spending too much on defense?